got it? Woo! My laptop is wrapped up in a towel. Oh, sorry.
No worries, man. This is part of the gig, huh?
Yeah. Well, I know Uber drivers and Lyft drivers like to keep their cars clean and everything,
man,
especially a Tesla.
This is a tool. That's all it is, man.
Yeah.
It is a tool.
I'm hoping I have that right.
What are we trying to do?
Going to that Holiday Inn, IHG, that's, is it like 2 blocks from downtown Transit Center?
I wish I knew, man. The car does most of the driving, but it says Holiday Inn up here.
Okay.
It should get us there, and if not, we'll make it work.
Cool. Thanks, man.
No worries.
Crazy.
That is insane.
I knew all this is coming. We've still got all that stuff from the Austin situation coming our way.
Right.
You heard about that, right?
Of course. Unfortunate, those campers.
It's the first time in a while if I've heard of that actually happening. Most of the time it's a flash flood, but it's maybe knee deep, hip deep, or whatever. From what I heard, it was over the tops of people's heads.
That's crazy.
100 and some odd people dead and missing.
It was such a beautiful day.
Oh, I love it like this. I'd rather be like this than the sun be out and all hot.
Yeah, that's true. And speaking of which, if it's too cold back there, just let me know. I can turn the AC down.
Yes.
We're a little wet. But...
I'm good right now.
All right, cool. I don't get too many miles with the car in this condition, so
Yeah.
you know, I'm kind of like semi-excited to see how because the car is using, I don't know if you're familiar with full self-driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really don't get a lot of rain miles, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Does it compensate for when it rains?
They basically just feeded video of how it should be a good driver.
Yeah.
And when it is raining, it just is more cautious. Like, it's really surprising how human-like it really is.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna blaze through puddles and things when it can avoid it. It's basically assessing all of these other vehicles' path and trajectory. It's got like, it's kind of determining. It can avoid potholes. I'd say it's about 70% about avoiding potholes. So it is measuring a little bit of depth, and it kind of slows down for speed bumps and things.
Yeah.
So it just, I don't know, it's just a much better driver than I am. And
Well, it's definitely going to be a test because this rain's coming down at flooding capacity right now.
We'll see if it asks me to take over, but maybe we can get into some clearer skies.
Well, everybody on the freeway should be doing about their normal 20 miles an hour in this stuff right now.
Right.
Because Houston drivers technically don't know how to drive in
No,
weather.
we don't know how to drive in any inclement weather at all. And I'll be the first one to say I'm a terrible driver. You'd rather this thing have the controls than me, for sure.
I'm actually an excellent driver. I've never had my driver's license. I've owned 3 different cars.
Oh,
I've never
wow.
been pulled over behind the wheel. I mean, for me, it's easy. Like, I make sure I abide by every rule, including my seatbelt at all times, you know? I don't ever try to do extra where I feel like I could get away with extra, you know?
That's fair. That's 100% fair. I wish everybody followed that mantra.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I watch, you'd be amazed at the stuff I watch on YouTube, the amount of car accidents in this country and others. The people driving through storms and messing up, and, you know, I don't ever want to be any of those people. As quick as it started, it's
gone.
So that's the AI's mind technically making the car jerk back and forth, right?
Well, it's compensating for wind, right?
Yeah.
Typically, we're better with it.
Yeah.
So it is just kind of like allowing the wind to take us a little bit, but I think I could do better, but you know.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be years before AI is going to be anywhere near perfect or the perfection that we needed.
They got it in Austin right now with no person supervising. That's all I am right now, is a supervisor.
Yeah.
But it doesn't go on the highways yet because I think they're still trying to manage that comfort when it comes to wind and going at these speeds, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to get anybody seasick, but my driving isn't much better. My wife is like, yeah, just let it have it.
I mean, as long as it doesn't look like to a cop where, like, the car is literally doing this crazy shit, like, looking like it might be drunk or
like
something.
a swerve.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only real, minor gripe that I might have when it comes to the highways. It's still kind of like feeling itself out, especially if the winds are gusting any more than 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, before that rainstorm hit, there had to be at least a 45, 50 mile an hour gust that came through that lot.
Yeah. So I can't be too mad at it, but it could be better.
Yeah, when it comes to that, it's all about patience at this point. Supposed to be going on from noon to 5.
Oh, wow. I said I was going to drive until about 5 or 6. Maybe I'll be of service to people. Who knows?
Yeah. For getting the inside of your car went over and over and over again.
Like I said, this is a tool meant for usage. If it wasn't for Uber, this thing would just sit at my house.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. Cleaned and no one will be the wiser.
I think this is only the third time I've ever been in an Uber. Or not an Uber, a Tesla.
Oh, that's more than a lot of my riders.
Yeah.
The young lady, it was her first time, my first ride of the day. She didn't know how to open the doors or nothing. She was just like, what's going on? That was a lightning bolt.
Yep. That's another downside to these cars, is how grounded are they really?
I'd imagine we'd be okay. Tesla, I have a lot of confidence in the company.
But I mean, Elon Musk, the dude is a complete, total psycho or whatever at this point.
I don't know. I just think he is eccentric.
Yeah,
is
he's
the term
very
I would use. But for a man that's been able to, when I bought my first Tesla in 2020, I didn't even know who he was. I didn't even know he was an Iron Man 2. And
was he an Iron Man 2?
He was yes, Robert Downey Jr.'s inspiration for the Iron Man character.
Yeah.
And when he told him that, he's like, "You want to be in the second movie or whatever?"
Yeah.
And Elon's, of course, said, "Yeah." And then I started, because once I bought the car, I just like, man, a lot of people are gonna want this. So I started investing in the company, and then I started going back, looking at Elon like 2012 and moving forward. And just like anything, his money grew, his fame grew, his following grew, and you gotta expect it to change a man, especially how hungry he was.
Damn, I saw that.
That's insane. You know, he started a rocket company when everybody told him there's better ways to waste your money. You know that, right? And then he started a car company and people told him the same thing. There's better ways to waste your money. You know that, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, I respect that type of tenacity. But yeah, I get it. You know, Elon Musk isn't, you know, his flavor isn't for everyone. I get that.
I used to be a big fan of him, and then like somehow or another he was allowed into government, and I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of Trump, so it's like.
Neither am I. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I served in the military, so I mean, my commander-in-chief is my commander-in-chief. I still got that, you know. And if that's what the people want, that's what the people want, despite me not casting my vote in that particular direction. So, you know, it is what it is. I'd like to think our government is strong enough for no one man or no few men could break it, right? That's the aspiration.
I seriously hope so.
What I fought for, right? Yeah. So I've been lying thinking that America is different from these other countries that don't have such a solid foundation. Yeah. Our country's not perfect, coming from me. Judicial, education, all that, it's not perfect. But I think it has a nice framework and a foundation, so I don't think any one man can break it, even if it's Trump. And we survived the first term. The second term, I mean, we still got a few more years, but I'd like to think we're going to survive and learn from it as a country and, you know, correct the things that he does wrong. And, you know, maybe some of the things, you know, I'm not a Republican by any stretch of the means, but I do believe there's a balance that is necessary. And, and with Elon in politics, I've got a lot of money invested in TSLA, and let's just say the stock market doesn't like that. So my investment has taken a downturn since his overall involvement. So
I'm sure people blowing up those cars and setting those cars on fire didn't help either.
Yeah, it was all over. And, you know, me and the wife, we were in Japan when it started. Yeah. And it was all over the Japanese news, and all our families like, is everything okay? Are y'all going to be okay when you go back? Because they know we own Teslas. And I would say the news, they want to blow that stuff up. Like, it's eyeballs, clicks. And in Texas, you know, I guess we're in Houston, it's blue, but Texas is obviously red. And even in the city of Houston, I didn't see too much of the defacing of the properties or any of, you know, there was some protest here and there, but none of the cars. I didn't see any vandalism on my feed for Houston for sure.
Yeah, I know it was out in Clear Lake, one of those Tesla dealerships out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, that sucks.
I know every time I saw a new Tesla being blown up or set on fire or whatever, I'm like, God, man, that's like...
Those are probably Democrats that drive those cars. I mean, before 2021, Elon voted, he was a registered Democrat, right? And the bastion of green energy, and you got electric vehicles that not only work, but are stylish, functional, and to me, these are the best things on four wheels. Just hands down. The car is driving itself. It's hard to argue this.
So they don't build the Spider anymore, do they?
No, like that was
a beautiful sports car, man.
Yeah, they went ground up. They said that was so hard. You're talking about their first Roadster?
Yeah. They
said that was so difficult that they should have just started from scratch. And the new Roadster, God, I love that Model Y. I don't know why I'm probably going to end up, might be my next car if this one should collapse for some reason.
The Spider is the first Tesla that I've ever sat in and get to ride in.
Oh, wow.
That would have been all the way back in 2011, 12, something like that.
Yes, indeed. But the new Roadster is supposed to be coming out, it's like 4 or 5 years late, I'd say, but...
So are the plates produced out of the shop, or is that something extra that somebody does to their car?
What do you mean the plates?
The plaid.
Oh, the placards?
Like the PLAID? Like those super fast ones that they use for drag racing and all that?
Yeah, those come from Tesla too. They're the performance version, right? The Model S, the X, and the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
They all have 3 motors, which give them that plaid status. Performance, this comes in a performance, which is like a mini S. I don't have the performance, right? They have their own badge as well.
Yeah.
It's still 2 motor, but I mean 0 to 60. The car is lighter than the Model S could ever be. I don't know. People say they prefer the Model 3 Performance over the S. I don't know. Plaid is plaid is plaid.
Yeah. I've seen those things run against Ferraris, all types. I mean, McLarens, like dropping a 610S with no problem. Dropping a what's that black one called? I don't even remember now. It's like the highest end McLaren that they've got other than the F1.
My wife, once she test drove, we had the Model X. Once she test drove that, she was like, yeah, this is it. And it's basically, it's instant response. That's what gives these vehicles an advantage over any of those others, right? Because it's instantaneous and it just moves.
You know, Lucid's been around for quite a while too, right? They just haven't gotten into this country until the last couple years or whatever.
The founder of Lucid worked for Tesla. He helped build the Model S.
Yeah.
And Lucid, you can get a Lucid. They're just wildly expensive because he wanted to make a better version of the S, and I think the Lucid vehicles are beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
And they are efficient when it comes to battery technology, and they just can't figure out how to make them at scale and be profitable.
Right.
That's their only real drawback, is because I forget his name, the CEO of Lucid, but I watched him when I went back to review Tesla to make sure I wanted to invest in this company. He was Peter Rawlinson. Yeah, it's Peter Rawlinson. He was in the Tesla videos talking about how they built the Model S from the ground up. So I love electric vehicles, but even then, when the Lucid can drive itself, I might consider it. When the Rivian can drive itself, I might consider it.
The only Rivian I would ever go near is that one that. Have you watched the old Top Gear or any of the what is that new show that they did on Amazon? The Grand Tour.
I haven't seen it. No.
He wrecked the short dude, the spiky hair guy or whatever, the smaller one. He wrecked a Rivian. I forgot what the model was, but it was the big sports car. It was the big hypercar that they had, which I think was literally the very first car on the market. And man, I mean, he almost died. That was a pretty bad wreck.
It's terrible.
The car exploded. That's the whole thing. But it exploded behind the tires first and everything, and it didn't catch the cockpit on fire until after he was extracted. That's a beautiful car, though, man. Top speed is, I think it's 250 something.
Mercy.
I think it's called the Rivian Rivera or something like that.
I thought Rivian only did trucks and
well, that's what I'm saying.
SUVs.
Like, so Lucid and Rivian have been making European model cars for a little while, like a short little while.
Okay.
So I'm saying, like, I've seen them on like Top Gear, some of the, not the older Top Gear, but right before Hammond and Clarkson and all that switched to Grand Tour, they'd have like, I mean, most of them. So Lucid was originally building non-electric cars at one point in Europe. So I'm guessing that dude that you're talking about bought Lucid completely and changed the company completely.
Okay.
I'm thinking it may have been done with Rivian too, because I don't see or hear of that car being made anymore. That would have been all the way back from 2014 or 15, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they had built the world's fastest hypercar, or the world's fastest electric hypercar. I sure hope I am getting all that correct. Knowing my luck, I'm off somewhere.
I'll have to look it up. I'll have to check it out.
I'm gonna have to do the same thing just to make sure I'm even correct at this point. Because like, there's a couple of makers in Europe that sound exactly like Lucid, that sound exactly like Rivian, you know. What was that other one? Was it started with a P?
For
I'm almost wanting to say prototype or something like that, but they had an SUV. I think it started with a P. I'm not. Had a weird symbol on it.
I'm trying to think.
Polestar.
Polestar, yeah. I was about to like. Polestar, yeah. Polestar's pretty cool too.
Yeah, I plan on making my next car electric. I just don't know when that's going to be. Or if I could even afford it at this point.
This thing was about 37 grand after the federal tax credit.
Yeah.
And that tax credit's going to go away in September, the end of September. So my brother was also contemplating an electric vehicle, and he knows about my experience with Tesla. So he's like, oh man, that's going away. So he's on the fence. He doesn't know if he wants to make that purchase yet.
Hell, if they still had some of those spiders out there, and I know they do, they've got to be somewhere. Somebody either owns them all, or there's got to be one in a used car dealership somewhere or something. I'd get one of those spiders in a heartbeat. I think those things, what did they do? They started out at 50 or something like that?
Oh, I'm not. I'd have to really look that up.
Do you remember the Tesla store in the Galleria?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I got to sit in the car. They did a test drive. They were doing test drives that day.
Oh, wow.
I didn't get to drive it, but I got to sit in the passenger seat, and that was cool as hell. Alright, we're all the way up at Jefferson, so yeah, I think it should be taken to the correct one.
We're gonna make this.
It's showing on Main, right?
Yeah, Main Street, 1616. I would definitely be walking with an umbrella.
Well, I mean, this is downtown. There's so many places to just get out of the
To
rain
duck.
all of a sudden. Yeah. Half the time, if the rain's coming in from the right direction, you can literally stand on the sidewalk beside a building and not get wet.
That is fair. That is absolutely fair.
Yeah, I see it. It's down at the end of that block we just passed.
Okay, cool.
0.1 miles is a whole lot farther than I thought it was. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's that tall building with the woman holding the flower on the back.
Oh, okay.
God, man, how hard it must have been to paint that. It looks like oil paint too. It doesn't look like somebody tagged or whatever.
Definitely commissioned.
Maybe this way.
Right here?
Yeah, I think it's this way.
Alright, so let me go ahead and slide over a little bit. Parker.
Now if I can remember how to open.
There it goes.
There we go.
Need some help?
I think I got it. Oh, slippery.
Watch out there now.